Hey, Facebook, happy Friday to you. Hopefully you're enjoying this beautiful day. Hopefully you're ready for a new weekend and get ready for the next week. So this week I've been fighting my own appliances in my house. And I've come to the conclusion that I'm a dang good plumber, but I don't know HVAC. I had to contact one of my buddies. I've got him scheduled to come over on Monday. If I had hair, I would have been pulling it out because I have been fighting this furnace for about 3 days now and just going through everything I know about these furnaces and trying to figure it out. And basically what happened is on Tuesday evening, my furnace went out. And so we rushed on Tuesday night to get all the, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't remember now. I think it might have been Wednesday actually. But we rushed to get furnace or electric heaters in the house so my water lines didn't freeze. And I did everything I could to try to diagnose what the problem was. And let me flip it around. I kind of explained to you what I'm dealing with here. So I've got a 1995 furnace. It's an 80%er. It's not 90%er. I've been meaning to tear it out. I was hoping to just get through this year with this furnace. And I don't know if I'm going to make it. I might have to change it out through this winter. But basically what happened is it would light up. The ignition light would light up, but all the flames wouldn't go. And I'm like, what's going on with this thing? So I do my typical thing. I start testing things. I clean my flame sensor inside there, and I start tapping on these. These are high limit switches, and they've been known to stick. I tap on those with my screwdriver. I take out that one in there and tap on that one. I check the pressure switch, which is this thing right here. I blew in this hose and made sure it was working, and that was an old one. This is a new one. And then I started checking with electrical, and sure enough, I can't figure out what's going on. So I said, you know what, I think it might be a board issue because it's not doing what it needs to do. So basically, I took out this board and I replaced it with a universal board, that right there, and put it all back together, and it would light up, but the gas valve wouldn't click over. So I'm like, well, maybe I got a bad gas valve. So I switch out the gas valve, take that out, put in a gas valve, and now the gas valve is brand new. I know it's going to click, and it's not. And so I'm like, okay, what's going on with this stupid thing? I call my HVAC buddy. I'm a little frustrated. I tell him exactly what's going on. He's like, well, it could be a bunch of different things. It could be your wiring's mixed up, which I'm thinking that's probably what the deal is. It could be the switch up there is bad. So I did just that. I switched out that switch, went from that one to that one, and then I said, you know what, I'm having issues with it lighting up and staying lit. It'll keep dropping out, which to me is this right here, a flame sensor. So I changed that out. And then I'm testing everything, and I'm getting it to flame up. But this one right here, which is a high limit switch, wasn't working. So I'm like, you know what, I better go get that brand new. So I changed that out. And I'm still having the same doggone problem. And so I'm going to run a camera. I've taken apart the vent. I'm going to run a camera up there and make sure that it's clear up through the roof. Make sure there's no birds or any critters that have gotten inside that, which I don't know how they would because it's got a cap on it. But I'm going to run it up through there and make sure of it. But I'm to the point now that I'm so stinking frustrated that I'm like, you know what? I'll run the camera up there, but I think it's past my expertise. And so I called my buddy and said, put me on the schedule for Monday. I'm messed with this thing long enough. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'm this close to just buying a brand new furnace. I just seriously am contemplating it. I actually got prices from my supplier on a brand new furnace with an AC unit for the top. And I literally said, you know what, I'm slow right now with business. I will jerk this thing out myself with my guys and put a new one in. I'm that frustrated. So we understand, ladies and gentlemen, how it feels to go through problems in your home. And this is the point I'm getting at. And we understand what it's like to try to repair things on your own, try to save some money, trying to do it on labor. I've spent about $500 on parts and I still haven't fixed the problem, and that's no labor. So I totally understand when it comes from a homeowner's perspective of what it's like to want to fix it themselves and then just get to a point where their knowledge isn't there. And I probably went a lot further with this furnace than most homeowners do, just because there's a lot of the same parts on this thing as there is on a power vented water heater. So I have a lot more knowledge on it. But we totally understand where you're coming from. When we come into your home and you said we'd given it our best shot, we totally understand it. When we open up underneath that sink, we understand when we see all the mess there that you tried to fix it yourself without the knowledge of knowing. Hey, what's up, Plums Up? You know, so folks, we understand. We relate completely to you on how horrible it can be to have these problems in your home and not be able to fix it. I'm experiencing it right now, and I probably won't have my furnace fixed until Monday when the actual guy can come and fix it, if he can get it fixed. Like I said, I'm this close to just buying me a new one. I'm about ready to rip it out. And so we understand how the frustrations can be. We understand what it's like because we're real people. We understand that. So when we come into your home and you're upset and you're totally messed up about why is there water spilling onto my floor from my floor drain, we can sympathize. We know what it's like. We're going through it. You can see today that I'm going through it. I've been fighting it for 3 days, trying to fix it. My poor family's dealing with electric heaters all around the house because I'm too prideful to call somebody to fix it for me. I'm trying to fix it myself. So I totally get it where you're coming from. Hope that cheers you up a little bit for the weekend. Move into that weekend having a great attitude, and we'll catch you on Monday.